Okay, cool. Good day. Today we're going to be discussing chapter 3, which is about lists, and yeah, just going through the activities that we did today. So, yeah, and Katie's navigating my session today.
Hi, I'm Katie and I'm the navigator.
Alright. So, yeah, let's begin. So, first thing with lists, we have this try it yourself activity, and the first thing we'll go through is this here. We're just saying, just store the names of a few of your friends in a list called names, and then print each person's name by accessing each element in the list. Right? So, yeah, firstly, making a list, just declaring a variable names, and then you store, well, let me say you're declaring a list and you store the values within that list. So, as you can see, the names here, and then you use the for loop to print all these names, right? So you use this for loop, you assign this new variable name, and this name variable basically indexes through all the values in this list. And as it does that, because we said print name, right, it's calling the variable that accesses this list. So when you run the code, the name of sorry. Oh, my apologies. Let me close chapter 4 quickly. Delete this. Yeah, so when you run the list, then you have the names over here stored. Basically printed because we use the print name and we use the for loop to index to all the names. And then this next exercise, basically, what we're doing here is essentially just basically greeting the people within this list over here. So we still use the for loop, but with a twist. Now we use the print method, which we did, but we use this string with the F format, right? And what this is doing is it's greeting each person in this list by putting the variable name, which indexes through all the names in the list. And when you print the whole string, what happens is you get hello Jack, welcome to my running club, and so on for the next one. Hello Bob, hello Tim, and hello Brian. Then for this next exercise, we have different transportation, let me say, vehicles here in this list, and using the for loop as well to basically just print this string for each value in the list. So you'll get I would like to buy spelling it. I would like to buy my first, and then this trans variable indexes to all of this, and it prints I would like to buy my first car, first bike, first Uber, and so on. Then in this next exercise, created a guest list over here, and in the guest list there's a list of names as well, and same as the previous ones, use the for loop to basically to loop through each name in the list by printing this string, which also prints each name within the list. So what happens is you will get this final display. Dear Peter, you are invited to join me for dinner. And then because it's looping, it goes to the next name in the list, which is James, and prints the same message. Then it goes to Andrew, and it goes to John. Then in this next exercise here, we have basically creating a list here, places to visit, and we have different places within the list. And then we print Oh, here basically we're changing the guest list, right? So we're changing the guest list, and what happens here is all we're doing is just uh, putting a list here of different places to visit, and we have the original list places to visit. This basically prints all the places to visit in this list, and then we have this method here, right? In step 3 we have this method. What we're supposed to do is we use sorted to temporarily sort the list in alphabetical order. So in order to sort the list in alphabetical order, but temporarily, not a fixed list, but temporarily, we use the sorted method. So I assigned a new variable sorted places, and using sorted, next to it I have places to visit that is called, right? And what that does is it sorts all the places within the list in alphabetical order. So yeah, basically sorted in alphabetical order, as we can see here. This is the sorted list from A to Z. Then we have this here, also printing the list in alphabetical order but in reverse. In order to do that, we have to use this method, reverse equals true, right? What that does is it reverses the list in alphabetical order, so it's going to print from Z to A. But at the same time, because we use sorted, it's sorting the list in that specific reversed order, right? So as you can see here, we'll get this result. And then here, basically, we're just printing the list again, essentially just using the print function. And then in order to make a permanent reverse list over here, we use places to visit, which is the name of the list, dot reverse, right? And then we use the print function to display that final reversed list, essentially. Then we have places to visit. Also here is basically the same thing. In step 8, we're basically repeating this function to essentially to restore the original order of that list. So we're reversing the function again, reversing the list again, let me say. And then what will happen is it will return to its original reverse list, which is from A to Z, and then it will be shown here. Then we use the sort function, let me say the sort method, to sort the list in alphabetical order, right? So in order to sort it in alphabetical order, we just use sort. This is not temporary, it will like sort the list permanently, and when you print it, what will happen is you will get that sorted list, which is in alphabetical order. And then here, essentially, we just also using the sort method, but with the reverse method as well added to it. But in order to use the sort method as well as the reverse, we need to use this this line of code here, reverse equals true, right? And that will sort the list in reversed alphabetical order. But this time, because we use sort, it's basically fixed. It won't be temporary, let me say. So we print the list after sort, and then basically we pass this list, the name of the list here, and it will print the whole list that is sorted in reverse order. So as you can see here, printed in reverse order over here. And then with this last exercise over here, basically just accessing the guest list. So this guest list up here, right? What we're doing is we're accessing this list, and we're basically printing the number of people that are in that list, right? So in order to print the amount of people that are invited in that guest list, we need to use the len function over here, right? And then basically store this variable over here, guest list. What that will do is it will basically count the amount of values in the guest list. As you can see here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So with length it works differently because it's not indexing, it's just counting the amount of values in that list. So then you'll get a final result here of 4, basically. And yeah, that's basically a summary of chapter 3 with the activities that we basically did. So yeah, Katie, is there anything you wanna add?
Um,
So good. All right. Cool.